Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the mid-coast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removing. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four. Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hello everyone and welcome. It's your favorite time of the week. Wuzzup? I'm Larry Sidelinger along with the Princess of the Y. This is our gal Sally Farrell. We're here for Wuzzup time and we want to give everybody a little word at home. Our friend Bobby is doing well. He's gaining strength all the time, and we're looking forward to seeing him back in. Not that we don't want you to go away, Sal, but
fine.
back in that chair. You know, it's just a little different vibe. That's all. That's all. How's things at the Y?
Things are so busy as they are every week, and right now we have our holiday giving tree. So we had so many families.
I was just saying that's a big needy thing, isn't it?
A big project.
Now, how do people participate and join to donate to that?
Yeah, so anyone in our service area can apply, and usually applications are due before Thanksgiving because it is such a process in getting it done. And then we have a tree at the Y with each child who qualifies has two tags, something that they want and another tag that they need. Tags are not only on our tree, but they're at local businesses throughout Lincoln County have trees, and people come and they sign out the tags and then bring the wrapped gifts back, and then they have to get all of them ready for a family and get them distributed. And you know, some people, we call people when their gifts are ready, but a lot of people don't have transportation to come pick them up. So then Karen Ann will use local law enforcement to deliver the gifts to families, and it's a big undertaking. But
she almost has a rap sheet with law enforcement. She knows them all.
She knows them all.
She's got them all on speed dial.
Pretty much one of them, right?
So she solicits businesses around to put on that tree and stuff like that. Can private individuals put something into the kitty to help?
Oh, the trees are just have the tags of what the need is. So then if people don't come into the Y, we try to think of what other places might they go in Lincoln County, like Louis Doe's or Mia's Hair Salon. You know, they're throughout, so people see these tags. So if we don't have people like yourself,
like myself,
who regularly come to the Y, you can still support us. And
I'm very tunnel vision at the Y. I got to get to the track to get my daily dose of harassment from my buddy Susan Dunphy and Jen Lehman. You know. They wouldn't walk without me, I'm sure. Well, I thought the front page was too much. I mean, there was a lot on here. This was probably one of the better papers I've seen in a while.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice when things are quieter, you know?
Well, yeah.
Because that means that we haven't lost people who are important in our community, and
this is true.
The lead story is pretty disturbing also. So
boy, I saw on the news that mistrial. So if I'm not mistaken, so that means he's free to go, unless they recharge him with
prosecute again. I think I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, they can. Yeah, they can prosecute him. But I think as of today, I think he's a free man. You know, it's certainly hanging over his head. Prosecutorial misconduct. That was what the charge was. Boy, that's pretty bad.
Yes, because
that's pretty bad on the State's Department.
Absolutely.
I mean, somebody needs to be talking to that DA or the lawyer there.
Because they said,
Yeah,
that was awful.
yeah. But on a more different note, Shaw's Fish and Lobster Wharf is for sale.
You gonna buy it?
$3.375. Would that be $3?
I don't think so. I think it's $33,000.
Yeah, I don't think it's $33,000 either.
No. Or 300, not even that.
That's a heck of an investment. I'm not saying they're not going to get it, but boy, it takes a long time to pay off $3 million.
And the investment of time when the weather is the best.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's an old building. It had a lot of probably some damage last those big storms.
storms.
I'm sure that there's some issues there.
Yep.
But I didn't realize those guys, Lloyd and Bill, had owned it for 30
As long as
30
they
something
did.
years. Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, yeah. David McLean ran that for years. And I don't know Steve Hendrick. I don't think you know him.
I don't know him
I
either.
don't know. Boy, he is quite a character.
Yes, we'll have to, Jonathan's getting people we don't know here. It's
Yeah,
good. We'll have to.
yeah. And I don't know this Matt Kilpatrick, the new fire department chief up in Oldborough.
No, I don't know him either.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on TV and talk to him a little bit. But we both know and love Scott White.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, that's
That
inoperable.
is so sad, but it's amazing how our community is coming out to support the entire family.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course we lost one of the good guys, Dan Pinkham. That's just so sad. I've known Danny all my life.
I bet.
His mom introduced my mom and dad
Oh, that's so neat.
at
What a great
Lakehurst in
story.
1948.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, he was, I told you right before this, he was my basketball coach at Lincoln.
Yeah.
We had a audition put on our home when we lived in Damerscotta, and John and Dan did it. John was in my class. I mean, just great people.
When-
I love what John said about his dad.
It really was cool. And when Dan went to Vietnam in '68, Larry got asked to, because they were running Lakehurst, he and Gary and the rest of the family were running Lakehurst. Larry got asked to go up and sell hot dogs. I was a kid, I was junior in high school, to go up and sell hot dogs on Saturday night and help him clean up afterwards. Well, I was all for it. That was my first introduction to adults acting badly under the influence of adult beverages. I was like, whoa.
New information came to light for you, huh?
Yeah, and people that I knew around town, I
Right.
was like, whoa, this is pretty interesting, But I did that for one whole summer there. And, hey, to stay out until like 1 o'clock in the morning, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
With your parents' permission, because I was working.
Right.
Believe me, at 1 o'clock, I was ready to go home and go to bed when the dance was over with. But,
How many hot dogs would you sell on one of those nights?
gee, I can't remember, but we was always busy.
Yeah.
Always busy, It was good stuff. And Damerscotta, they're working on this comprehensive plan. They've approved that, so I don't know where that's all going to go to. And what about this guy they found, this homicide over in Edgecombe?
Preserve, yeah.
Yeah, I just, did it say who the guy was? I didn't see.
Yes, they announced it this week. It was a 34-year-old William Robinson from Virginia.
From Virginia. Huh.
They didn't announce who it was for a little while.
Makes you wonder what was going on there, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Find
I mean,
some-
just having Edgecombe being center in any of the news right now between this death of the toddler and this
The
body.
left side of the paper is almost
I
Edgecombe,
know.
Millbury,
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tasting. Yeah, ain't that the truth? And now this snow, buddy, Seth Hager was down there. He had to talk to them about snow removal. Newcastle's got themselves a little bit of a bind because they didn't have any place to dump the snow.
Oh, yeah.
And they let that one behind the standard go, that permit go, which would have been an easy.
Right. There's no other access points in
No.
Newcastle, are there?
No. Who was the fire? Whose house got fire out there in Cathedral Pines? That's
I was
right off
asking
Egypt
the
Road.
same thing, and that's where Heather Hilton used to live, right? When her house burned down. I was thinking-
Did it?
I thought so.
And what was that gal that used to work at Healthy Lincoln, Jess?
Yes, Bright Up.
Bright Up.
Who's now Jess York.
Yeah, she just got married. didn't
Yes.
she? Yes. And she lives out there.
Oh, okay. I
But it
didn't
just
realize
it
that.
didn't say who. Did
Oh,
it say
no.
whose house it was?
No, I haven't
I
heard.
didn't think so either. So I hoped it wasn't hers.
There was another bad fire in Richmond or Dresden last night too.
Yeah.
There's just
Last night there was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So the Twin Villages, they passed a shellfish amendment at the town meeting, which I'm not sure what that all amounted to.
Oh, I figured you followed all of that with your background.
I should have, but I didn't.
Okay, that's fair.
They asked us to film that, and for you folks at home that don't know this, we also had 2 basketball games that night, Lincoln Academy and Medina Valley. And there's only so many of us to go around, and on top of that, we tried to talk to the town's managers. They were doing a music concert at Great Salt Bay that night.
Right. We had overflow parking because there was so much happening that
I'm sure you
night.
did.
Right.
I'm sure you did. Now, I can't imagine why you'd have a town meeting with a concert going on
wasn't-
right next door, but that wasn't my call. So, but my call was that we're not going to film it because
Yes.
we just don't have because we're committed to the high school. So that's the way she goes. Yeah, yeah. Feed Our Scholars Bake Sale. That was over to Wiscasset.
Coming
over
up
at
in
Ames. Well, that was on the
Not-
14th.
It's not the
tomorrow, isn't it?
14th yet.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
tomorrow, isn't it? Or the next day. What's today? 13th? That's
Today's
tomorrow.
the
Sal.
13th.
I'm a little bit confused here.
It sounds like it.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
straighten you out, though.
I'm sure you will.
I'll try.
Yes, like good mother and wife, you'll keep those men straightened right out. What else we got here on the inside? Anything good?
No, there's a lot of long articles this week because, you know.
Although I
lot of
let you read
detail.
the long ones. I only read the short ones.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was the plan.
Yeah. I did not realize that Medallion Valley has an agreement with St. George to take their kids in.
So what happens to the kids who are at Lincoln? I wonder if they pay to go there, or if do they have choice, or do they have to go to RSU 40? Because there was a bus coming from St. George. There was a bunch of kids.
Yeah, I
Recently
don't know. No, I
coming.
think St. George is kind of like Jefferson, for example, or Newcastle.
You can
don't
go
have to
wherever
go-
you want.
You can go wherever you want to go.
But the agreement is most people end up, maybe the agreement includes busing, which can be a thing. But they were doing busing to Lincoln also.
St. George was?
Yeah, they
That's a
sent a
long
smaller
stroll
bus.
for kids in St. George to
It's
come
a
to Lincoln
long
Academy.
one. Absolutely.
But you've got also kids that come out of like Woolwich too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That they go to.
Yeah, and the other place where there were quite a few kids recently was Southport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. He's white. Well,
You know, often, sometimes it's the theater program at Lincoln. It can be the academics. It could be the, academics. You never know what someone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I know there used to be kids from this area played football, went to Booth Bay to play football because they had a football program down
Yep.
there. But that program is struggling too now. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know Peter from the J&J Jamaican?
I know who he is.
He's awesome.
Yeah, I
Because he
know
used to
who
work
is.
at Iders all the time. and-
Yes. And then he had that store, that food,
Yes.
the old, above the restaurant there, the Thai restaurant.
Above the Thai restaurant. And now they're operating, I don't know if it's Waldoboro or Warren, Waldoboro, but
No,
it's
that's Waldoboro. It's
Border.
right on the town
Well,
line.
it says right here, right on the
Yeah,
line, so
right
they
on the
operate
line.
there. But he and they're just great people and
Yeah.
yummy food, and
Yeah.
they do a great job.
That Jamaican food is a little spicy for
Oh,
me.
I like it.
You do? Sal likes it spicy. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So Bremen, they're going to try to consider what they're going to do with their APA money down there.
I know that they must be running out of time
It
to
is.
designate it.
It is, and Damasco's doing the same thing. I just talked to Andy Dorr this morning. They've got some plans for theirs. ASU, they're going to do a $1.2 million budget post-restructuring increases.
Right, because it pulls Great Salt Bay, so it pulls 3 towns out of their previous agreement. This year was voted that Damascotta, Newcastle, and Bremen has their own. And so Lindsay Johnson is their part-time superintendent there.
Is she also part-time up in Noblesboro, up in Jefferson too?
No, she's just for Great Salt Bay right now, because they're starting the restructuring, and then
So, and then Bristol, Jefferson, and Noblesboro going to do their own?
Bristol, Jefferson, Noblesboro, South Bristol.
South Bristol, Noblesboro, Bristol, yeah, okay.
Yeah, are keeping the other part of it.
So Bremen, Newcastle, and Damascotta are just going to be the Great Salt Bay now.
Yes, I don't know if they're going to have an official RSU name or what they'll be called, but
Huh.
yes, so
How
that
do they think that's going to
restructures
save
all
any
the.
money? They're going to have to now have
Well-
2 superintendents.
Yes, but when I was on the board there, the thing that costs us is keeping the local control, which everyone wants to do is keep the local control. But
Wait.
then they were running 6 or 7 different payrolls because we weren't. That's the difference of an AOS versus an RSU. An AOS means each part within it has their own budget, their own teacher contract, and so that was so much to each time they were running payroll just to pay the
Okay.
staff, it was different, and they were all on different negotiating levels. So when you negotiated, you had to go in 7 times. It was Bob Bouchard back in the day who was the superintendent. He was going to, the amount of meetings he had to go to each month because each one had their own school board.
So who was the genius that let it get this way?
It was each town saying they didn't want to give up control. And a lot of if you look at the way our coast is so wealthy versus our inland places, the teachers who on the coast were making a lot more money, and the other schools couldn't afford to bring their teachers up to those salaries. So it's been a very difficult.
So when you would have thought when they started the SADs a long time ago that they would have done away with all this individual town control at least on the teacher's part of it, so that a teacher in South Bristol would make the same money as a teacher in Jefferson would make.
They don't at all.
No.
I mean, it's very different. But when they did consolidation and
So
we
now
didn't become an RSU and we became an AOS, it just perpetuated this.
Right. It just,
And-
in spite of itself, it just ate
Yes.
itself up.
And they tried to do different programs to support kids, but it's hard because of the geography of these places, and then busing the kids if they needed specialized
We're off the
education.
topic here a little bit, folks.
Really?
But this is interesting stuff. So now that each school has its own little union, teachers union, kinda. There's no
yeah.
way South Bristol is going to give up anything to compete with Jefferson.
No.
So Jefferson,
Or the opposite way, probably, yeah.
Jefferson's going to have to come up to compete with Bristol and South Bristol. So how's that going to work? Because Bristol and South
They're
Bristol,
just
Jefferson,
they're gonna stay in AOS, so they don't have to. But that way, they're only running 4 different payrolls plus the central office, so 5 different payrolls and 4 different teacher contracts.
these are people that are teachers. I can't.
There's a lot to
That says
do.
a lot of how complicated that they've got.
And the funding formula is just
Oh, God. You got to
Yeah.
be a math genius to figure that out.
absolutely.
Man.
Sorry you asked.
No,
Okay.
we got off topic, but
All right.
well, it is hard to figure out why.
But
for
that was
to
the
the
root of it.
layperson, why are they doing it? It's very complicated, and complicated means expensive.
Money. Yeah.
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 Huh. Yeah, Lincoln County has some divorces. I see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't make that one. That was good. Once was enough for me. Thank you.
Okay. And you weren't in the obituaries
No,
either.
didn't
so
make the obituaries either. Once will be that will be the end of it.
right. That's what Dewey Chase said last week. He made sure he wasn't in either the obituaries or the court news
Yeah.
each week. So
Yeah.
good job, Larry.
Yeah. Free cookies and crock pots holiday event, Lincoln County Recovery Community Center. Huh. We have cookies, decorating, holiday music. Where is that?
That's up near. It's kind of run. It's on Hall Street, so back by like the old Polino Tire. The best way I can tell you.
Oh, my brother has that that apartment building in
Behind
there.
it.
It's behind that?
Yeah, like the old Polino Tire, the Hall Street,
That's
because
old.
Lincoln owns that now. Lincoln Academy, I think.
Oh, they do? I thought that Xander,
Oh,
Whitney.
yeah. No, you're right.
Doesn't Whitney own the building? Kind of?
Right back there, or Lincoln maybe rents part from them, but
Oh,
they
okay.
had.
All right. Huh. I'll be damned. Senator Tepler, she got sworn in. Yeah. The obituaries. Danny was the only one I knew in there. That was a nice write-up.
That was a really nice.
That really was. And, and John has absolutely hit it right on the head. Dan would reach out to help you in a heartbeat, not
And-
expect a thing in return.
And I loved the part about, he was quiet, but if he said something, listen. That
Paid
was always
attention.
And it was hard to hear him because he talked so
So
quietly
soft.
too, and
He's
it was
very
hard.
soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuzzy out of found
Yeah, that's the
new
cheese.
equestrian business. Huh. She's the one. Yeah, we had her in here a while ago where she was talking about doing this. Didn't she ride a horse across the
don't
desert
know.
in Africa or somewhere?
Oh, that's cool. That
yeah, I'm
makes
pretty
sense.
sure she did. Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah, that was a good staff. Yeah, Nobleboro Central Schools. They're going to take a tour through history. There's a lot of history around here.
There's a ton.
Yeah. Yeah. What else we got here?
Oh, and then look at all these pictures of Dan with his state championship
82
team,
state
and then look at
championship
him.
team.
Yep.
Look, there's Miss Hatch
Oh, there's a.
and Miss Cindy Wade.
Yep.
and
Heather
Liz-
O'Brien.
Oh
She's
yeah,
a-
behind
right?
Danny.
Yep.
And let's see, who else do I recognize there? Oh, McFarlane, Kim Bailey. Well, she was Kim McFarlane. She's Kim Bailey
Oh, okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Was
Laurie
Tracy
Belknap.
Tracy Nelson.
Where's Tracy? Oh, she's right in the front there.
Yes.
Isn't she? Tracy Halverson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's next to Tracy? Who's Hannah Leday? I don't know who that.
I don't either.
Huh. Yeah, that was quite a run they had in
Mm-hmm.
'82. That was a good team. Was Jen Conley in that picture?
I
Didn't
don't know
see
her.
She was a star of the team.
Okay.
She was a player. Yeah. They got Bristol. They've okayed the dock removal down there. They'll get the dock out of the way.
Yep. Hopefully no more storms like that this
Jeez,
winter.
That was a good one. But now I was down at the town landing this morning, and there was a manhole cover. Water was bubbling foot right out
Oh
of the top of it.
no. What did Andy say about that?
Well,
He
I
said
called
you
him.
saw
He said that's a sewer abutment, and there's the seal around that. The gasket around that manhole cover was not replaced, but it will be replaced
In
when
the
they put
second
in
phase.
the second phase of it.
And I mean, it was a really high tide the past couple mornings
was.
too, with them with that storm coming in out of the
was.
south. Yeah.
It was a little like, what the heck is
Yeah.
going on here? When you look, I was like, and I took a couple of pictures of it. Just, maybe I will put them up for you all to see, but they're on my phone. But so with basketball, both
Oh, they're great
Madomic
start.
and Lincoln teams are off to great starts.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Madomic had a huge win against Oceanside the other day. They had lost like 7 or 8 straight to them. Mm-hmm. You know, and
You were talking about Jess York, and there's her son Abe right there in the right-hand side, the top.
Yeah,
That's her
he's
son.
a pretty good player.
Yeah, he's a good athlete in
yeah,
general.
he's a good player. He's pretty aggressive. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because he's
and they got
big kid for his age.
Yeah, they got a couple of wins there. The boys did. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's bringing back. He's got 10 seniors. Ryan does on that team.
It's amazing.
You know,
'Cause,
so-
you know, we
and
lost so
he
many.
graduated like 4 or 5,
Right.
maybe 5 or 6. I think he graduated 6. Because unfortunately they were all starters, but
Yep.
but
But the other ones, I mean, now he has a program that they are ready to step up and play. So.
yeah. So,
And then I love seeing Kellen Addicks with,
geez, he did well, didn't he?
yeah, it's great to
He was
watch
in the
him.
top 10.
I can't wait to see what he decides to do next year. That will be fun to follow because he's a senior.
Yeah, where's he going to go to school?
I don't know. That's what I want to find out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he winds up
Mm-hmm.
going to school. Booth Bay, they got some basketball going on down there. Wiscasset boys picked up a win, so good for them. That program, boy, is really hurting. Remember back when you was a kid, Wiscasset was competitive.
Absolutely. And Booth Bay, remember, like that was the big rivalry
big
at
rivalry.
the time, not Madomic. It
Yeah.
was in. And then it's always fun to see Jacoby Hager and Adam St. Cyr
Yeah.
with the wrestling.
Oh yeah, those guys are going to be tough.
They're
to beat
solid.
This year. They're going to be tough to beat this year.
Yep.
Big tree lighting down around pond there. I see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
And there's all your friends at South Bristol School, right?
Yeah. We've had a lot of fun down there with those guys. We got washed out yesterday because of the rain, but we're going back next week, and those kids are going to be in for a big surprise. 'Cause
Oh.
I got Christmas presents.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
hopefully you didn't just blow that
No,
surprise.
I didn't. I didn't tell them what
Okay.
it was.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Santa's just everywhere these days.
Santa's a busy boy, but it's this time of year. He's been laying around all winter. I mean, all year now. So it's time to go to work.
Hopefully somewhere warm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Christmas trees, Christmas trees, Christmas trees. Senator Rennie, she got sworn in, the Maine State Senate. Is this her second term or second term?
I'm not totally
Second term.
sure.
Yeah, Liam Card, he got the
Yeah, that's up
all
for NESCAC.
academic team.
For NESCAC, that's your.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's the premier for D3 school NESCAC league. So
Is
yeah,
it?
the conference. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and you can be the star player, but the academic team is going to take you a lot further in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sure. That was pretty good. All the cleanup down Dems got over 1,300 pounds of stuff.
That's amazing.
Trash. It's just, they said how many 3 or 4 tires they got from there. It's good stuff.
That is great.
Yeah. You pick up Reese at the Good Supply.
So many places.
Yeah. You can get them at the YMCA
Sure can.
right now. They're $15 marked down.
Mark down.
Going like hotcakes.
They are.
Yeah. And I'm sure Casey would like to see a few more of them going.
That would be great. That would be great. And we have a new art display up at the Y right now. So stop by until
do ya?
probably the end of January. It will be up, and it's Francisca Needham, and she has her new installation
go
up last week.
Huh.
Opened on Saturday.
I'll have to
so-
check that out in the morning.
Yeah, it's fun
Where-
when it's all different. But looking
Where
up
is
my,
it?
it's down the hall where my office is
Oh,
in
that's-
the
I don't-
lobby. You
I
don't go
don't-
through
I
there.
don't
You're
go
so
through there.
you're so focused.
I'm focused on getting up the
Up the
stairs onto the track. Yeah.
Well, you should check out the rest of the Y sometime.
I will. I will. What else we got here? Now, who's applying for a lease application for? Who's that? Glidden Point Oyster Company.
Yep.
They want more oysters, more bottom.
There's a lot have popped up
4 acres for 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what I did see, which I was surprised, how many apartments? There's like 3 or 4 apartments for rent. That hasn't happened in a long
Yeah,
time.
it shows that the economy
It's
is,
changing a
it's
little
definitely changing,
bit. And
and
they're reasonable. They're like $1,000.
it's come
which,
down,
you know, it's
right?
come down
We
a
need
little
to
bit.
have that in our
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, the chamber checks. We got Viega Woods. Steve Viega there is gonna. He was in. A nice show. Fish House Hotel on Main Street in Damascotta. Where was that?
Where are you looking? Oh, you're looking at these old pictures.
Yeah,
That
these
looks
old
cool.
Pictures, Calvin. Huh.
I know.
I wonder whether that's long gone. That house.
223 Main Street. Oh, the now First National Bank. It tells you.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't read the article, so that's why we have to Wuzzup. So Sally can tell me what I've missed. Huh. I can just barely remember when Richard Storer built First National Bank. I was probably 10 years old, maybe. Yeah. Gonna have a new chef in town.
Yeah, at Roger and
haven't been
Prue's
in- I
place.
haven't been in there.
They,
You been in?
Everything Roger and Prue does, they do it great.
Do
It's
it
worth. Yeah, they
Have you
just
been
do.
in?
Yes.
Is the food good?
Yes. Everything they just, you know, and then Kingfisher and Queen is part of their whole operations, and they just
Never
do.
been in that store yet either. Yeah. Huh. Van Gogh, Poets and Lovers at the Lincoln Theater. Huh. I'll tell you, this guy, Mike Zito, if you want to see a guy play guitar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Mike quite a few times in different blues festivals and stuff. And
Where's he from?
He's from Florida.
Okay.
Well, Missouri, I don't know, Florida or Missouri or somewhere, but he lives in Florida, I think now.
Okay.
But I've seen him, geez, I don't know how many different blues festivals I've seen him at. Guy can play. And he's produced quite a few shows, too.
Oh, there's the best Christmas pageant ever happening down at. That's a fun movie and play.
Those
stuff.
quiches look good on that.
Yeah, they do.
You might have to stop in and have a
I
piece of
said I
quiche.
might need to stop before I head back to the Y.
See,
See what they can get me.
Have a piece of quiche.
Yeah.
Who did that? Susan Connery. That's quite a picture there of the sun setting over Damascotta.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah. Huh. Right off the back parking lot. Yeah. Well, Sal, we just about wrapped it up. Pear quesadillas. I don't know if I'd want pear quesadilla. I don't want light fruit for breakfast too much.
Pear quesadillas, no.
Fish gash that they've got all decorated out. Well, Miss Sal, we thank you for stopping in. and
Yeah, I'll
filling
come
in for
back
Mr.
next
Bobby.
week.
Mr. Toby, he wants to say goodbye. I left him out last week. You want to say goodbye? Yes, you love to say goodbye. I know you love to say goodbye. Huh? Have you been a good boy? Huh? Yes. What'd you ask Santa for? Huh? What did you? Oh, you did? Huh? You asked Santa for good stuff? Yeah, I know. I know. Folks, that's wrap it up. Larry Sidelinger and Sal the Gal here from the Y, filling in for Bobby. Bobby, we want you back as soon as you can get here, buddy. We can't wait to see you. Hope you all guys have a great week. We'll see you next time on Wuzzup. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the mid-coast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.